Hi folks, Simon from GivePanel here, and in the next 10 minutes I'm going to tell you a little bit about GivePanel, but more importantly, I'm going to tell you how social media can and probably should be your number one channel for community building and profitable acquisition at your nonprofit. So how can you achieve this? You can achieve this by unlocking social. And you can unlock social by investing, and here's the crux, investing in your fundraising audiences rather than your fundraising campaigns. This might sound controversial, especially if the word campaigns is in your job title, but what we believe, and we've always believed this as a sector, is that best success is found by being audience first and not by being fundraising or cause first. And where are audiences in 2024, 2025? Audiences are typically found on social network. So we talk about ourselves being social first. And social first is a bit of an evolution from where we've come from. When we started as a company back in 2018, we came up with this concept of social fundraising. But to be honest, that's lost a bit of meaning. What it initially meant is fundraising which predominantly takes place on social networks. But what it means now is anyone's guess. Is it fundraising which only takes place on social networks? Is it just an evolution of peer-to-peer fundraising? Is it community-centric fundraising? We've all got a little bit confused in the noise, and for us, when we really drill down on it, what we talk about is social first fundraising, which is this 21st century audience first fundraising concept. Similarly to this, the success of Facebook fundraising has meant I see far too many orgs who've placed utter reliance on Meta's suite of tools alone, in a belief that if we meet folks on social, we have to continue engaging them with social. For example, when it comes to Facebook group challenges, some organizations that I speak to believe that because we've acquired that audience using a Facebook ad and driven them to a Facebook group, the only way we can communicate them is using Facebook Messenger. And we've not seen that to be the truth at all. Actually, we've always known that omni-channel marketing is probably the best way to reach an audience. So just because we acquire folks on social doesn't mean they only want to be engaged there. It just means it's a fantastic place where audiences can be found and can be reached using social ads. So social first fundraising doesn't say keep people on social. It just says it's a great place to meet your audiences and connect with them there. We want to avoid a world where we're placing too much risk, and we've seen this to be the truth, in the hands of big tech. Because to be honest, their role isn't to fundraise for you, their role is to create these engaging spaces which keeps people on their networks. This isn't a massive change. Social network fundraising has always been supplemented by non-social tools. So when we started out the Facebook challenges model, email was always a massively important part to that. So you had the community group to, yes, incentivize, inspire, influence, but you also had an email journey in the background which told the story and built that cause connection, which is so integral for fundraising success. So actually, our argument would be that to truly meet supporters where they are, you don't just need to be on social, you need to be in multiple places and meet people where they are. And finally, what it has shown us, and this is unarguable, is that supporter experiences don't start at the fundraising page. So for too long, we've had this idea that if we create a brilliant campaign with all the bells and whistles and it's a static, standalone page, people will just come. So this idea from sort of Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. That's not true, and it's proven to not be true. What we should think about is social first. So how are we actually getting audiences to engage with the campaign that we may or may not have created yet, and then build backwards from there, rather than coming up with an amazing concept and building forwards to your audiences. So I've touched on a couple of them already, but what are the full rules of social first fundraising? So number one, it's a pay-to-play environment. Social ads are the best way to reach new fundraising audiences. And when I say new fundraising audiences, what I mean is people who aren't already on your house file. So yes, you can create a campaign. If this is your goal, happy days. Social might not actually be the best place for it. You can create a campaign and just engage your current community. But it's hard to scale a nonprofit beyond where you are today if you just keep going out to the same community with the same ask. If you're going for those new fundraising audiences, then social ads have low barriers to entry. Most teams I know either have internal support, someone in-house who can do it, or external consultants who can provide a quick guide or even set and run ads for you. And also you can directly measure the impact of your media spend. So if a campaign isn't performing or a particular channel doesn't work for your cause, you can turn it off with relatively low risk. Number two, touched on this one just a moment ago, but delivering fundraising journeys from social is the best way to ensure high conversion rates and consequently hit or even exceed your targets. So when it comes to designing your campaigns, think acquisition, social, engagement before you think about what happens when I've actually got a fundraiser on board and what that journey looks like. And similar to this one, sometimes to find success, you have to relinquish some brand experience and data control. GivePanel exists to solve a lot of these problems. So our one-click fundraising journey allows you to input your brand very much into those fundraising page experiences. And also our smart data collection tools have always been geared up to take the risk away from fundraising on social, allow you to collect that first-party data and therefore build longer, life-lasting, hopefully lifelong relationships with your supporters. However, realistically, you're never going to have the same control over either that experience or the brand when you're playing on someone else's playing field. So the benefits far outweigh the risks on this, but really to be bought in on social first fundraising, you have to understand that there are some passes that you accept to do so. And finally, this one is absolutely key. Community is too important to be an afterthought. When I started in virtual events, the prevailing logic would be once someone's signed up to an event or shown some sort of commitment, that's when we offer them the community as sort of a reward for participating. But social fundraising flipped this on its head and said, actually, the community should be there first and foremost. That is your powerful mechanism which gets people to buy into the community, buy into the cause, buy into taking on the challenge if it is a challenge. So we need to make these at the center of all our events, and we shouldn't be doing anything to remove the focus from this. So again, one of the bugbears that I personally have with using Messenger and WhatsApp channels straight off the bat once we've first interacted with someone who might want to take on our fundraising campaigns is it takes away from the power of that community. What we want is someone who's come on to take on an event, they're immediately put into this environment of like-minded folk who are taking on the same challenge for the same cause, and they're able to share authentic experience with those supporters rather than interacting with a bot or a scripted AI just pushing information to you. The key to these events is the power of community, and there is a difference between an audience and a community. So, with all this being said, GivePanel is a human-powered social-first growth platform that helps you scale what you can do through smart, simple tools. We're not here to reinvent the wheel. What our platform allows you to do is steward your supporters better, engage with them better, and provides tools which just allows your human talent to scale themselves up. What we don't believe in is automation purely for the sake of automation, especially when it comes at the expense of human connection. So you'll never find us building anything which damages your ability to form a real-life relationship with your supporters when we don't think it makes a massive positive impact or a good response on that return on experience. So what does that actually mean? It means that we help you build social first fundraising journeys, right from the first moment you see an ad or a bit of creative through to that lead journey. And then no matter where the supporter is fundraising, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Just Giving, etc., we're going to help connect the dots along that journey. Some of the cool features that I really like is our email tool, as an example, really drives fundraising with human connection. So we've deliberately chosen not to design a tool which is heavily branded and sends out sort of automated journeys that way. But actually you can send out automated triggered journeys, but they're designed to look like they came from a human or a friend or someone who is more likely going to get the supporter to open that email and respond to that email. And on top of this, we've got leading security and data protection. We've worked with over 400 nonprofits worldwide and raised just short of $1 billion in our short 4 years. And we believe thoroughly in strategy by design. So everything we do is designed to maximize your ability to form a connection with a supporter, acquire folks at a cost which works for you, and help raise that lifetime value of that supporter. So that's effectively it from me. I just wanted to say, in terms of how we work, we're designed to work for you. So our plans start from as low as $147 per month for use of the platform to steward and grow your supporter base across platforms. In terms of what we're able to help you do, you can connect with your supporters on multiple social networks. You can collect data all in one place, take the insights from that data to act smarter and faster, run self-serve social first challenges, and be able to report on what's happening across networks. In terms of who we fit with best, you can run engagement campaigns for as low as $0 ad spend. To be honest, if you're just looking to go out to your same audiences with new campaign ideas and events, yes, you can run things up quickly and easily on GivePanel, but actually we work best for orgs who are looking to spend on social networks and use those ad tools to build communities and profitably acquire supporters. And finally, we don't look to do everything for you in-house. We want to be the leading tech provider who partners with you to build what you need to find success. So we're designed to work with trusted partners of ours, trusted partners with yours, or to run this fully in-house. So that's everything. What we describe ourselves as is fundraising tools for growing your nonprofit. And if you'd like to learn more, please head to our website, givepanel.com. You can reach out to me directly at simon@givepanel.com, or just click the contact us button in the top side of our website. Thanks very much for listening. Bye-bye.